Hello everybody, my name is Pete Proctor and I am the principal at Lewisburg Middle School. The purpose of this video is to train our students and inform our families about how to pick classes for next year. So now when you hear me talk today, you might hear me use the words enrollment. This is not actual enrollment for next year where you pay your fees. This is actually the step before that where we allow students to pick their elective classes. So for 7th and 8th graders, this is something they're accustomed to. They go through this process year after year. But if you are a current 5th grade student or parent, pay close attention to this one because we actually have you select classes for next year at home. And we do all of that online. So my purpose today is to walk you through that process, to give students information about how to prep for that, how to know how to make the best choice, and just to provide information. So let's go ahead and get started. So everything happens through our school website. Now what you're looking at right now on the screen is our middle school landing page. But if you have never been to our website before, it's going to look like this. It's usd416.org. And if you scroll across the bottom, you'll see information up and down. But if you go to schools and click middle, that's what takes you to our landing page. You'll see a picture of some students. Scroll down and you'll find contact information for the school, staff names, and a whole bunch of links on the side. All right, so as we kind of go through this video, we're going to be doing everything through our Skyward link, which is not actually on the middle school landing page. It's on the district landing page. So if you look at the top, on the left, you're going to see a picture of a house. That's the home button. Click that. And then if you scroll down the page, you're going to see a link that says Skyward Tips and Tricks. So click that link and you will be taken to a landing page that looks like this. Now your students may be familiar with this page, or if you've had students go through the district, you may have seen them access Skyward. The important step for parents to realize is that we need your student with you as you go through this process of picking classes. So if they're not nearby, grab them, pause the video, tell them to come on over because they actually log in through their account to do this. All right, so I'm using my daughter as an example for this one, but the login ID for all students, regardless of grade in Skyward, is going to be their student ID number. This is the same one that they punch in the lunch line. They're familiar with this number. It's just a string of numbers. So go ahead and input that. And then the password for all of our students is going to be their last name in all lowercase letters. All right, so go ahead and type that in, and then you're going to click the Sign In button. Now, it's possible you may see a little prompt or a pop-up window that says a little statement. If you click Retry, it'll get you through that step. Skyward is sometimes glitchy like that. It may or may not do that to you, but this is the page that students should be, and parents, once again, we want you with your kids when you look at this. Now, it's possible when you see this screen, you might see it looking like this, where there's a little plus sign here. Just know you have to extend that window out to see the features that I'm trying to get you to. You should see your student's name. This is where they would go in a typical instance to check their grades and those kind of things while they're at school. At the middle school level, the kids use this a lot. At the elementary school, they may be familiar with it or they may not. On the left side, you'll see a bunch of links. I want everybody to go down the list to the one that says Schedule. Click that button. And then that's going to take you to a screen that looks like this, a big grid full of blue stuff. Now, my daughter's already in middle school, so this just shows kind of her day. For an elementary school or a Broadmoor kid, it's going to say their teacher's name. So if they have Mrs. Carlson, it'll be there. And you'll see some other things that is a piece of the schedule. But what we really want to look at is where it says at the top right, request courses for 2021 to 2022 in Lewisburg Middle School. This is the link I want everybody to go to. So you're going to click that link, and it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. Enrollment and picking classes at the middle school is actually very easy. It's not a very laborious process. It's very simple, and that's what I'm going to walk you through now. Now, some features to look at in this window is you'll see that there's a bunch of available courses over here on the left, and then on the right, you'll see some selected courses. We pre-select the courses that all of our students at the middle school have to take, so those are already there for you. So your math, your science, your world geo, all those kind of things. It's going to look a little bit different for an incoming 6th grader because they don't take these same classes. Yours will be identified a little bit differently. All of our students take a computer class and a PE class, and every student is also enrolled in a Wildcat time. Wildcat time is like an advisory period or a homeroom. The ones that we're really paying attention today are the ones that are over here on the left. So these are all the elective offerings that a kid can take at Lewisburg Middle School. Once again, we're looking at a 7th grade window, so some of these you might not see. A 6th grader cannot take Art 7, but you'll see its counterpart, Art 6, in your list. And what you do is if you hover over a class name and if you click it, it's going to say a little bit of information like this. You actually don't want that. What you want to do is click off to the side of each of these. So you see how when I click this, they turn blue? That's what you want to happen. That's how you actually make a selection. Over here at the top right, it says total credits. What we want all our students to do is get this number to equal 9. So what you do is you go over to the side and you start picking classes. So my daughter's in band, so I'm going to click band 7. I'm going to click this add course button, and then you're going to see that it just added band to her schedule. And now that number's at 8. So I need to keep picking classes. Now my daughter might want to take art. So I'm going to click art. I'm going to click add course. And now you can see it says 8.5. So why did it jump 1 credit the first time and now half? Well, that's because band is an all-year class and art is a half-year class. And I'll walk you through some of those other choices here in just a bit and give you a little bit more information about how you can tell the difference. So I need to get this number to 9, so I need to pick one more class. I'm going to pick Facts 2. I'm going to click Add Course. And now you can see that number is up to 9. That means that you have done what you need to do to pick the number of classes for next year. Remember, it started at 7. We need to get it to 9. Now, at the middle school level, sometimes classes fill up. And when that happens, we need our students to know a backup class that they might want to take instead. So, for example, a technology class cannot be chock full of too many students or it becomes unsafe because they're using tools, they're cutting wood, and the teacher has to be able to supervise all those kids. So we might need a backup for you. So every student needs to pick some alternate classes. So at the top here, click where it says Request Alternates, and then you're going to go through this list and you're going to pick some backups. So as a backup, I might have my daughter, she might select Modern Band. So I'm going to click Modern Band, Add Course, put it over there. Right here is a number 1 elective choice. And then as a second one, Computer Programming, I'll select that. I'm going to add it over. And you can see now I've picked 2. And you'll also notice when I do that, this total alternate number changes. And if you change your mind in any of these processes, all you have to do is click it from the right side of the list, click Remove Course, and it'll kick it back over to the other side. You can see now that number is 1. All right, let me put that back, select Course, and now I have these. These little arrows indicate preference, so if I wanted to move this one up in position, I'd click that arrow and they switch. And we'll use this if a class is full to give you your backup class. To go back to the other screen, you just click Request Courses. That flips it over here. And if you change your mind, once again, you just go to the elective that you picked, click it, remove course, take it off. Now, you actually have 5th graders and Edgenuity students this week to kind of play around in this and pick your classes. So just know it has to be done by the end of this week. Then we close the enrollment window. Now, this process, again, I just want to reiterate, is for us to help determine how many classes we offer. So if we get a bunch of people signing up for an art class, that helps us know how many 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade classes we need. All right, we can still make changes at the first week of school to student schedules. And also, if your student is in a special education class or needs a reading support class, you might see some of those things already pre-enrolled for them. And if you have questions about that, you'd need to reach out to the school. Now, let's talk a little bit about choosing your classes. If we go back to the district website here, this is usd416.org, and if you hover over schools, click Lewisburg Middle, on the left-hand side of the page, when you scroll down, you're going to see a link that says Course Description. Click that button, and in the middle of the page, when you scroll down, you're going to see a link that says Course Description Guide for 2021 and 2022. This is the page that shows you a description of all the classes we offer to all of our students. You can see it gives a little description. It tells you whether it's a full year class or if it's a semester class. If it's a semester, it's going to count for 0.5 on that screen. So once again, if I go back to that window, I just lost it. If I go back to this window to get that credit count, if it's a semester class, it'll count for 0.5. If it's an all year, it'll count as a whole credit. All right, so you can go through and this will identify what grade level it's for. So if you're a 6th grader or if you're an incoming student from another school district, this will help you determine what the best choices for you are. All right, we have a lot of elective offerings. 6th graders, I know you're going to look at this list, incoming 6th graders for next year, and you're going to say, oh, I can't wait to take that class. Just know that as you get to be an older student, you get more choices and you can go deeper dives into these different areas. So if you really love building things, you can start off with Intro to Tech. Some of our classes are mixed where you might have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in one class together, like a FACS class, but you'll also be able to tell that some of them are just for a specific grade level. For example, if you look at 6th grade choir, that only has 6th graders. All right? All right, so that's how you go through that process. When you get to that page, the natural question is, well, how do I know if I'm done? All you have to do is when this gets to 9 and the 2 alternates have been selected, you don't have to push save. You don't have to do anything else except close that window and you're done. All right? So that enrollment process is very, very slick. It's very, very easy. Now, just before I wrap up and let everyone go, I want to let all of our incoming 6th graders for next year know that we do a lot of things to help you feel comfortable at the middle school. You can find YouTube videos that introduce you to our teachers, to both our core teachers and our elective teachers. But just know that before the year ends and over the summer, I will also be releasing some tour videos so that over the summer or towards the end of the year, our current 5th graders can see a tour of the school, watch it several times. I'll do a video where I show you how to open a locker. We know what our middle schoolers stress out about the most. And on the first day of school next year, 6th graders have the run of the place themselves. So on that first day of school, only 6th graders attend, and we do that so that we can walk them through how to read a schedule, how to open their lockers. We do a lot of practicing. We play some games to get to know the kids. It's a really fun time. So if you're a 5th grader, just know we're going to take good care of you. Parents, just know that we will walk your kid through that process because we know it's a transition. But I can tell you, you're going to love the middle school. We have an awesome staff. We care about kids. Exciting things happen at this level. You get to have classes every day. So if you didn't get science every day at the 5th grade level, you will get it every day at the middle school level. Classes are 42 minutes long. You go to 8 of them a day, so you're always moving around. It's an exciting place to be, and we can't wait to have you here. So if you have questions about the enrollment process, you have some options to contact staff members. If you go to the middle school page, once again, you get there by highlighting schools, clicking middle. You scroll down and click the button that says staff. You'll be taken to a page that gives you an email link to myself and everybody else in the school so you can ask questions. So if you're a transfer student, come to us new from Shawnee Mission and you're going to be an 8th grader and you want to know what 8th grade science is like, you can email that teacher, Mrs. Kesser. Or if you don't know for sure what's going to happen in a tech class and you want a little bit more information about it, well then please reach out to those teachers via these email and then we can put you in touch with those people. Our enrollment process is guided by our social worker and her name is Lindsay Douglas. So if you have questions about enrollment or if you don't see an option there that you want, you can email her for assistance or you can contact the school. And finally, just know that some classes we have to manually place students. So for example, if a kid is in gifted education, you won't see that as one of those options. You would want to email our social worker and just let them know that that's one that you want to be enrolled in. Okay? So everyone, we are thrilled to meet you next year. We can't wait to meet you. Just like with the other principals, I will give you weekly emails just like they do, letting you know about events at the school. So we'll be in touch. And I want everybody to have a fantastic 4th quarter. And once again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to our staff. Everybody, have a fantastic day.